Alright, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do a sketchbook tour as a 100 subscriber special. For some reason, 100 people decided that they saw some value in subscribing, so I'm very thankful for that. And let's just get on. This is my most recent sketchbook. I got it about 4 years ago, I'd say, and then I did like the first probably 10 pages or so, and then didn't touch it again until this month, where I kind of just went ham in sketching, learning a lot. So there was a lot of progress in this sketchbook. I think you'll see from the beginning to the end there's a pretty stark difference. So the first page is high school. We got, of course, a high school. Let's see here. This is my wife, and I'm just kind of learning some forms and light, going through it, trying to just figure it out, really. Figure out how to place forms in 3D forms in a 2D space. This is kind of like a cartoon rendition of me and a friend. Some cartoon expressions, and this is all high school, so probably senior year. And these are gesture drawings, which are really fun to do if you ever just need to warm up or get fluid, trying to draw more fluid poses. Because if you're drawing the human body, which I'm not an expert on, but I like to think I have some experience doing it, you can draw an absolute perfect human figure, but if it's too stiff, it's just not going to look right. So gesture drawings are a great way to kind of try and get that fluid feeling in a lot of your poses. So definitely worth a shot to do it. Let's see here. And then this, I actually really like this one right here, just because I don't know, I just really like it's like, what? Looking back, you can almost kind of fill in the rest of the form just by the gesture. So this was, in my opinion, a successful gesture drawing. I really like that one. And then here we go. This is the more recent stuff. This was all done within this month. I got a little fight scene here from Imagination with two dudes got like swords fighting each other. Quite like that one. And then this, I like doing little poses with blocks and then putting clothing on them afterwards. And then this one I tried to draw a minotaur, because why not? And then this is back to the older stuff, more gesture drawings, pretty stiff, but trying to kind of learn them. And this is new again. This is trying to understand placing things in a scene, and kind of like the camera, where they should go. And then this pose right here is inspired by Karl Kopinski. Really love his work, and just trying to kind of get the same feeling, the same kind of vibe, some of the stuff he does, because I really enjoy watching him sketch and seeing the things he does. And then this is from Imagination, and then this as well, almost like a little orc dude. Some more little sketches for things. This is for a little bit of a bigger piece that I did, which you'll see later. And trying to get better at faces. These are all from Imagination, and then these are from Reference. I was pretty happy with that one. This one was okay. Was not happy with this one at all. But these two right here, I liked a good bit. Let me make sure. There we go. And this is when I kind of get into perspective and trying to get perspective down. Going through, this is from David Finch, a lot of his stuff. He has like a bunch of tutorials. I'm sure everybody knows who David Finch is, but he does a lot of really cool stuff with comic books, and a lot of really good tutorials as well. So just kind of trying to follow along and really understand kind of some of this stuff. This as well, we got a full pose here, a couple freehand from Imagination. And some people might recognize this. I really like this pose, so I did it a few times in ink as well. And then going to skip that page. This is actually from Peter Hand's book, The Dynamic Bible. Started going through practicing the ellipses and drawing them in ink. And basically, the concept is you start with you do it you go around till you get the perfect one, and then the next time you try and go around less, and the next time you try and go around less, and it's all an effort to be able to draw seemingly perfect, not really perfect, but as close as you can get, circles and ellipses. And then this is kind of drawing cylinders and ellipses in perspective, which is really fun to do. And my wife drew a little flower and some eyes. Let's see, what else do we got? More practice from drawing ellipses. And then here I start messing with basically drawing a whole bunch in pen, because I was going through the Peter Hand Dynamic Bible, and that's right off the bat it says to draw in pen. So I was like, okay, well, why not? So I got a fountain pen. And just started doing a lot of sketches. Here's some cylinders in perspective. Really, really messy, but here's what it is. And these are organic shapes, drawing organic forms, and then using contour lines to define the actual form itself. This is really fun practice. You just do from imagination forms like that. Here's a couple. I like to do a lot of poses like this, just because it's good practice. And this is really fun. This is just a whole bunch of organic forms, and geoforms, I think is what they were called. And this is really fun to do. And then here we have, this is drawing, again, this is all from Peter Hand's Dynamic Bible, is drawing forms like prisms and triangles, or prisms and rectangular prisms, and intersecting them and putting them together. And then this is using that to build a structure to basically reconstruct something. In this case, it was an ape skull. And it was pretty fun to do that as well. Here's a couple mice. That was fun. This is actually from my desk at work, and I drew a sticky note, little pack of sticky notes, and then really got mad at myself because I tried to put it in shadow and just messed it up. So that was sad. And then there's this little dude right here. It's kind of like under walking on a sidewalk. This little lamp post in the back. That was all in pens. That was fun to do. I got this, which is just a dude catching a basketball, and I was trying to figure out how to put the leg in that perspective right there, which is really, really hard. I still struggle with that quite a bit. This person looked like she was going down a slide, so I drew a little slide around her. More geoforms, more forms, and this is when I start getting into some Jungi stuff here soon. He has a really good tutorial on drawing the head in perspective, and you just draw this like really simple face, and that's how you just get used to drawing that in perspective, and it has helped me. I'm not great at it still, but it's helped me some. Even here is trying to figure out proportion and perspective, only trying to wrap your brain around it, so it's hard to do. And this is also from Jungi. This is drawing the hips. And this one, and this one are from him. And then these are all my variations, where I just try and really solidify kind of how it's, not just trying to copy, but trying to solidify what he's actually doing. Here's a little bit more of that. And same thing on this page as well, trying to do the same stuff. This is also from Jungi. This is where he's talking about eye level and how, you know, like all of these people are 6 feet tall, but things at eye level will always stay at eye level unless they're, you know, it's crouching or like jumping. But what happens as they get closer is the bottom of the figure will actually get further away from the eye level. And so that was kind of like a little lesson I was trying to ingrain in my brain. A couple more poses. This is when I started trying to figure out how to construct the form a little bit more. And then I wanted to figure out how to draw yokotas, and I'm just kind of going through a little study on that because they were cool. Thought to be a thing to draw, you know, good thing to learn. This is when I was trying to learn 5-point perspective. Still trying to learn 5-point perspective, by the way, it's hard. Trying to put people in space, pretty much, which is tough to do. I don't know why I have a little figure in the background who's on fire. I don't even know what that is, but I thought it was funny because it looks like the front of a horse, and then it's got like one of those little, gosh, what are they? It's like a little bib thing that goes around your head. I don't know. It's weird. I was trying to draw a car from imagination, and then here we got some 5-point practice, and then got this dude with a cigarette in his hand. It might be a little tough to see. It was using pretty light lead. And there's this one. I was pretty proud of this one. This is almost like he's turning. This was from a video on that from Modern Day James of constructing the figure, and then I put clothes on the figure. And then here's this. This is like a call center. I work in a call center, so it was like, boom, a little fun thing to do. And then they kind of remind me of those clockwork dudes from Rick and Morty, because I didn't put I didn't put the actual muscle, or I didn't build the human body on top of them. It was fun. There's my wife making some soup. Here's some more. This is gonna be really light, I bet, and hard to see, but there's more 5-point figures. And then I really like this page. This is a little fish night. I was pretty proud of that from imagination. And then this dude holding the really big axe, and that chick over there just kind of chilling. There's this page. This was done entirely on ink, like with no pencil underneath, with a brush pen that I had gotten. So I was trying to get used to learning. I was trying to learn how to use a brush pen. And I got these two, which I'm pretty proud of. Is my wife cooking again, and my father-in-law chilling by a doorway, and then these two that I just kind of did because I wanted to kind of figure out, can I draw a suit? Which I think I did pretty good. I asked my dad really likes cars, so I asked, hey, I want to draw cars. You should send me a picture of a car to draw. And so he sent this one, and I think I did a pretty decent job at that one. I put a little car salesman dude over here. I got some more sketches. We were watching Bond. Excuse me. I was drawing a couch for some reason. I don't know why. I like this one a good bit too. It's like a kind of Greek style. I don't know, I just like it. And this is starting to get used to building the form up in perspective using blocks, which is really hard to see in that lighting, but they're there. And then putting the human body, the muscle and stuff on those forms. This is some practice. This is trying to not construct using geoforms, but trying to still keep perspective in mind. These are all from imagination, so I was pretty proud of these. I think they feel pretty organic, and they have a long way to go, but I feel like this is where I finally saw some improvement over some of my older stuff. Not perfect, but I quite like them. More things from imagination. It's like a little fight scene going on. And this is where I tried to, I really liked this hand that I saw, I believe Jungi drew, and I liked it. And so I was like trying to like the pose that it was in. I was trying to burn it into my memory. And then I was trying to figure out how samurai armor is constructed, and it's harder than I thought. This is some more sketches. This was trying to figure out placing 3D objects in a 3D space, which didn't go too well. There's my wife on a ladder. And some more sketches from imagination. There's a dude sitting on a bench, because I felt like, why not? This is also from modern day James. Not directly from it, but the idea of doing like a boom, 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 a turnaround. And then I drew these while I was watching a Mr. Beast video. These are from imagination. And this is a study from Karl Kopinski. That's why I wrote it up here. I really liked this pose, which is what, like all the way back at the beginning, that's why you saw it. I don't think I did a very good job, but I did like this pose, and I feel like I was able to capture it a little bit. And I tried to do it again from imagination, which was, I thought it was pretty good, because I watched his video and when he was sketching this, and then I immediately tried to like burn it into my memory, and then I went to sleep. And then the next day I woke up and tried to recreate it. So I think that's pretty good for, 8 hours of sleep beforehand. And then I tried to draw a big cat from memory, like a tiger. And I think I did an okay job. Clearly need to look at more videos of tigers and stuff, or look up some reference at all, actually. There's like a cowboy dude with a tank top. These are all from imagination here. I kind of like this one, but I don't have very good control of the brush pen. So this is mainly just trying to practice, get better at using a brush pen. I don't even know what happened here. He's so sad. There's another sketch. And here's some little Black Panther pose. Here's some bird skulls. I just felt like drawing bird skulls for some reason, so I looked at some reference. And then I asked my friend, I said, hey, what should I draw? And he was like, draw Star Wars, but fish. So I drew this, and I was pretty proud of it. And then he was like, draw a fishbowl of Jedi. And I was like, bet. And so I did this one. That's where that one video came from. And I was pretty proud of this one, actually. Still am. I like that one. And here's some more sketching. I hope you can see that. I'm sure it's a little tough to see. I promise I'll get better lighting. A little Viking dude with no shoes on for some reason. I was trying to figure out how to make a Viking helmet. I'll draw that. Here's Fishbowl Jedi, but with the actual lightsaber. I wasn't as proud of this one. There's this dude trying to put a backpack on him. I don't think he's really in the right perspective though, but I thought I did an okay job. It was a nice little sketch. And then some hands, because who doesn't need to practice more hands. Everybody needs to practice more hands. I really don't like this. I just don't like it. This I like. Oh, he just looks so pained trying to pick something up and hold it. And then there's this little sketch right there. I was trying to do like more emotion into it. Got some, I was trying to do like a statue almost. These are all from imagination. And then this was supposed to be like a fairy holding some kind of fabric. Some more. Yeah, actually, this was a video in here with these. These were figure practice. And some, I did a bunch of trying to draw like a figure in perspective like this. I don't know, I was having a tough time here. Oh, and I really don't like these next couple. We were watching that Dreamland or whatever it's called with, shoot, what was the name? The show on Netflix. Anyways, we were watching it and I was just trying to draw some things from it. I just wasn't having a good day. So I tried doing a skull from memory. I had a better time doing that. It's like a little high elf dude from Skyrim. And that's it. And then this is the current sketchbook I'm working on. I've got some things going on here. That's why I was testing out my brush pen. This one I really don't like the paper. There's that. I'm doing this for my dad's work. I was trying to give him a little sketch because he's a nurse practitioner, so it's like a dude with a needle. This guy running away, that's me because I hate needles. I did a video on this one. I really don't like this paper. It's just too rough, I guess you'd say. What's this? Some corn. There's a much better dude sitting on a bench. I was much more happy with that one. Some really quick gesture almost drawings. There's that page, which I really like. And this I did today actually. Doing a lot more, I was like, you know what, I don't draw enough women, so I don't draw enough clothes. So I was like, you know what, I started with this, try to do almost like a dress style. And there's this, which I was trying to do like, come up with some form of clothing, but drape it. And a couple more. This person washing something. And again with the drapery hanging. I really like the old like Roman style. Things where it's like a statue holding some fabric. I really want to do stuff like that. I just think it just looks good. And that's it. That's this is the finished sketchbook, and then there's this one that I'm working on for now. This is like my temporary one because I ordered a new sketchbook made of stone paper, and that one's really cool, and I'm so excited to get that. It should come in the next few days, and I'm gonna swap to that one as soon as it comes in. So this is like my intermediary, however you pronounce it, sketchbook until then. So that's cool, and then yeah, I guess that's about it. Thank you for everybody who subscribed in the recent couple of days, couple weeks. It really means a lot to me, and well, thank you. Bye.